Welcome to another one. Now this is another university talk, tips, advice video. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because myself, I was looking at videos and tips and advice before I got into my final year. My dissertation was about the use of social media for airlines. So I was basically doing a comparison between British Airways and EasyJet on how they use Instagram and YouTube, funny enough. I thought it was going to be easy, but it was harder than I thought it would be. Talk to your supervisor as much as possible. It's so important that you talk to your supervisors a lot. What I did is I told them that I really want the highest grade possible and I want to achieve. Tell them what you expect, what you want to achieve, and they can help you achieve it. Also speak to other lecturers that are not your supervisors. So I spoke to two other people that had no idea what my dissertation was about, and they gave me some really good advice. So it's really good to also speak to someone else because they can also bring a new eye, pick out some things that you can work on, because don't forget that you'll not only have your supervisor examining it, but you'll have an external supervisor, and maybe the person giving you that advice could be your external supervisor. For me, that was the case. Another thing I would recommend is to manage your time. It's very important in your final year to really manage your time. Your dissertation will literally take over. It will take over, but you have to learn to prioritize. I had other deadlines, I had other courseworks and revision for exams. How I managed my time, what I did is during the first semester, I would do my best to recap everything that I've done in the lecture. After the lecture, do some research on that, and then work on my dissertation. And then if I had more time, spend some time doing other courseworks that I had. And then there'll be days where I'll be like, okay, today is a day for me to do my dissertation. I'm not going to do anything else but my dissertation. And then the other times where I would have I will prioritize the other smaller tasks and then do a little bit of the dissertation. So that's how I did it. Find what works best for you, but time management is critical because you do not want to be behind in your dissertation. Mine was a maximum of 17,500 words, minimum of 12,500 words. It's a lot. It was so overwhelming. So what I did, I broke it down. Set goals for yourself. Set a structure. Like I'd always plan it out. Okay, I have these chapters I need to write. This is the word count for each chapter. And then I will set goals of, okay, by this end of this week, I need to write at least 2,000 words for this chapter. So, and then I'll break it down for each day. I need to do how many words. So it's biteable chunks, and it will help you not to feel overwhelmed. That's something that definitely helped me not to feel overwhelmed. Now, of course, because I had other courseworks and group projects and revision for exams, I had to prioritize it, and sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I would not achieve my daily goal, and sometimes I started getting behind my own schedule. But one thing I realized is it's better to set your own schedule high and try to finish before the deadline, because if you do fall behind, you still got some time before the actual deadline. Because a dissertation, it will take you longer than you think. I planned, okay, I want to finish this. I want to complete this chapter by this date. I need to be proofreading by this date. But, things happen. The days you feel so overwhelmed, you just don't do anything. And things go off plan, which is okay. It's okay to kind of go off your plan. It happens. It happened to me. I'm not going to act as if, I'm all perfect and everything worked according to my plans. Things come up, things get a bit too overwhelming, you need to take a break, you have to do something else that's due the next day or something like that. So give yourself time and make sure that you do not fall behind in other subjects as well, because it all adds up at the end of the day. And don't underestimate how long it will take you, because it will take a long time. I definitely underestimated how long it would take me to do this dissertation. Do allow yourself plenty of time, because you don't want to be setting plans that are unrealistic. You want to set a plan that is realistic and that gives you maybe a day to catch up, just in case something comes up, or you have other small deadlines that are due in that you need to take your time to complete. Enjoy doing something. Yes, do what you love. Make sure that you pick a topic that you will love, because you're going to spend hours. You're going to spend hours doing this. And if you pick something that you hate, final year is gonna really suck for you. So make sure that you pick something that you really enjoy. Pick a subject that you love, that you're passionate about, that you're interested in, because you'll be interested to find out more about it. Writing it will be a breeze. In terms of the research for your literature review is the most important section it's basically the foundation of your dissertation. So you need to make sure that's on point. Make sure you're getting peer-reviewed journals. Make sure you are getting good quality books. If you cannot find any more journals, look at the journals you have found and look at their reference. What are the journals that they're referencing? Use those journals. So read those journals and use them as well, so it gives you more journals to reference. Another good tip is to use academic language. Yes, it's very important to really enhance your writing. So a trick I started using in not only my dissertation but in other courseworks and my exam is, if there was a word that my lecturers would always say in lectures, because they'll familiarize them, like, okay, you're talking my language. They want that, talk their language. Even in the journals, when you're reading their journals, this is what I would do. I would highlight some academic words that I could use in my dissertation. Don't just use, casual words. You have to really bring your academic language up a whole lot. How I manage stress, I manage stress by communicating with my family. They were my support system. And, spending time in the Word of God, spending time with God. That's how I also manage stress. You will need to take a day off because it can become so overwhelming. Do take the time out to refresh your mind, rest, socialize. Do whatever you gotta do to just relax your mind. For referencing, I used Mendeley. Mendeley is the best. You have to get Mendeley. It will save you time. It's basically a referencing software, and it's just so amazing, and it's free. And another tool that I used was Grammarly. Now that one you do have to pay for a monthly subscription. I paid for the premium version during the time I was just proofreading. Once I'd finished writing it, I was proofreading. It's a really, really good software. It helps you to pick up any spelling errors, grammar errors, helps you to use better words for an academic dissertation. So it's a really good software as well to use. I know there's a free version of it, but it's very limited to just spelling and grammar. What I did, I asked my sister to proofread it, my parents to proofread it, because I know that I can get their feedback quicker than someone who maybe I have to email them or I have to call them and wait for them to come back, because people are busy and they have their own lives to get on with. I recommend that you ask for help from people that are closest to you. When you look at previous students' dissertations, make sure that you just look at the ones that are first class. You can take some notes on what they did, how they structured it, what other academic language they have used, if the topic that they have done is similar to your topic. You can also look at some of the journals, what journals they have used, and then you can also look up those journals. Those are other good ways to find more journals, how they done the diagrams, how all of that. I know it's basics, but the way they did it clearly was so good. That's about it, really. Those are the tips that I just want to share. I hope that is very useful for those of you that are going into your final year. I give God glory for being my strength, because it was by God's grace that I got that first, and I feel so happy that I'm able to share this video and provide tips, because I know I was looking for it, and now I want to help someone else who's probably looking for the same advice on how to achieve a first in their dissertation. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, do subscribe and follow me on social media. Click that notification button so you stay notified, and I'll see you in the next one.